Alright, welcome back to Victoria 2, Australia. So, we've got almost 2 million people now. I didn't really notice that last time. And we have a bunch more guys and we have stuff that can support it, which is kind of bad, but that's okay for now. Got 24,000 guys here, which is like several regiments. And it looks like we do have some guys in the white here, so that's good. Alright, there's more guys down here. We got a few guys in the red, but that's okay. We'll just use them up. We haven't really hit the point of lots of people moving around yet. So, yeah, I really want to get to universal vote franchise. I'm past the point where I really care about building factories anymore. So, yeah, and I'm working on Fiji. And I'm building some stuff so that I can work on building some naval bases out here so I can work on some stuff. This is the USA. So the USA has already started to colonize some stuff. Unless they started with that. So we're going to have to be friends with them as we're going to have to be friends with Japan. I have 3 points, so let's spend it on... Oh, USA's already at 200. Yes, we want to be friendos with USA and Japan so that they don't attack us. So, last time we took out part of Siam. This part down here, and I think we took this up here too. This here. I don't think we need more naval bases up here. Probably never going to build ships there. And really, the idea here is to make these into states as fast as possible. More than anything, we need to have these people become Australian. Not necessarily in the sense that they become our culture, but in the sense that they become integrated into our population. Maybe we could accept the culture or something like that. I don't know how realistic that is. So we got a big war going on in Europe here. We're number 9. If we want a chance to get to great power status, I think it is time to start thinking about going after the Netherlands. The Netherlands is allied with a bunch of dudes who won't come anywhere near us, with the exception of the Ottomans, who might. And we are allied with the United Kingdom. If we start lowering our relations, though, we might get into a problem. But over here is Portugal, who's in the United Kingdom sphere, who we cannot touch. And then there's always the Philippines, which I have to pay 20 infamy at a maximum to fight. Dynam is still allied with China. Cambodia is still a satellite of Dynam, which means I basically can't attack them. Burma is in the sphere of the United Kingdom. Luang Prabang, I don't have a border with. And Korea is in the sphere of the US. So, really, target-wise, we're going to have to do that. I don't think I'm close to... Yeah, no. I'm not even close to being able to colonize Africa. My closest port is here. And I cannot get any closer. It is basically impossible. Unless I would take out one of these guys in the Middle East. Thankfully, oil is not something I will have to worry about if I take out the Indonesia area. So aside from prestige, colonizing Africa really doesn't get me anything. But it's worth doing just because it's something to do. I don't even know if I'm allowed to... Yeah, I can do it. Yeah, I could establish a protectorate on Abu Dhabi. They've got basically nothing. They're allied with Hejaz, Nejd, and Oman, so basically nobody. Yemen might be a more... No, they're allied with Egypt. I can't go to war with people who have tons of troops, because I cannot win a war of attrition. So basically, Oman, Dubai, and the Nejd. Nejd is allied with Egypt as well. So Abu Dhabi is the best choice. Or Oman, who's basically got the same things. And I think we can protectorate these guys as well. Yeah. Oh, no. These guys you can't. Conquest. But that's 20. So I guess we're not to the point where we can do that on larger states yet. Yeah, we can establish protectorate here. It's 10 infamy. I don't want to do it now because I'm pretty close to the limit if I were to do that now. And I'm definitely not going to do that on the Dutch right now, since I'm supposed to be friends with them at the moment. So, support these, since we're flush with money again. Just invest in public works. Analytic philosophy, good. Some prestige. So how close are we to number 8? We have... Stop. We have a total of 237 points, and Austria has 251. So we need 20 points in some way to pass them. They're also mobilized. If they were not mobilized, look at North German Federation's military total while mobilized. It's pathetic. They're not going to have a fun time. It's because they're losing. The Dutch are ostensibly in that group of alliances. Sweden, Denmark, Austria, the Ottomans. But not literally in that group. So researching social science, which is one of these texts that give us educational efficiency and colonial migration, which are both things we desperately want. Since our literacy has gone in the toilet because of these guys over here. I don't know. This is a vitally important state because it's giving us a lot of iron. I don't know if focusing on clergy would do anything for us. There. Now, assuming the Dutch don't make any of these into states, we may be able to wait until the Great War years to take this stuff out. Okay. Colonial North Territory, we can make this into a state. Alright. Nice. So I guess that was enough. What about Fiji? Wait a little bit longer on that. Trying to speed up. I'm very glad we were able to get this. This was the important part of my strategy there. Modern logics. I'm building ships because I thought I needed more points, but I don't. I've got 160. So I do have 160. But I can't reach any of this. That is... See, these are Hawaiian Islands too, I would assume. Bonin is already owned by Japan. So it looks like we're done colonizing. Unless we were to take this out over here. If my infamy goes below 8, I could think about doing stuff over here. It's not a bad idea. It's just kind of contrary to my goals at the moment of taking over this stuff here. I want to save my infamy. It's like the Germany game. I want to save my infamy for targets that I actually care about. Looks like I've actually gotten some points there. I can build some more troops. Let's just build a couple more infantry. Infantry and artillery are the most important things you can have. And I think I got enough artillery right now. Although sometimes you can go with a 50-50 ratio and be fine. With like one of the special types of stuff. Really the only thing that Fiji. The only thing that let's build a naval base here. The only thing that having engineers does is make your stuff move faster over rough terrain. I guess I should start thinking about improving our relations with Russia. They could be important. Dudes like Austria and care. I'm fairly certain that the United Kingdom will support me in anything that I do. So, yeah. Oh, shit! I'm number 8. If I can keep this up until... So did that war in Austria end, or did they just get their faces kicked in? Is it because I got a bunch of... They are getting their faces kicked in. Well, at least they had some stuff. Alright, the United Kingdom's at war with them. It's gotta be a fun time. So I can't use any more national foci, and there's no reason to do this, I don't think. It'll just unlock a bunch of communists, rebels, and stuff like that. I need to do... Does assembly line get me? That's okay. Organic chemistry is... Yeah, that unlocks oil. So we need to do that because we are going to have some once... Well, it will show up in Brunei, or at least northern... what is this, Borneo? I think this is Borneo. Yeah. Borneo and Sumatra, Java, and this. New Guinea. I don't know about most of the other ones. The United States wasn't allied with Liberia before. I thought they were their puppet. Did they break free? So France has already started to colonize Africa, which means that it's far too late for me to even start trying to do that over here. Actually, no, not here. Not here, it's not. Because... Yeah, and I'm not sure if that's not low enough. I could take a flyer on it, but it's... Oh, number 7 even. Wow, Europe is getting pummeled. Well, I guess they were in this war, weren't they? No. Why do they have 0? Oh no, they are. They're on Sweden's side. Sweden! On Sweden's side. No, they're on Austria's side. Man, they are gonna get wrecked. The NGF is also at war with... Oh, this is actually Sweden here. That makes sense. I would thought it was France coming in from Russia. That actually does make sense. So what's this war about? I think Hungarian liberation. That's really interesting. So we just... Did we just knock Austria off of... Yeah, we just knocked Austria out. Number 11. This is probably going to be temporary, but I'll take it as a victory for now. So I've taken Austria's place and then moved up past Sweden. As you can see, it's basically because their military power went away. 263, 255. And Austria's probably got some stuff occupied, which is cutting into their military or their military and their industry sport. So this is going to be largely temporary, I think. I did get some prestige from events and from colonies, but it's not necessarily exactly where I need it to be. Yeah, Russia's already started to colonize the Bonin Islands, so I'm gone on that. I couldn't reach it, so my only other thing I can do is the Hawaiian Islands, which I don't know if it's as good of an idea as it is, because I don't know if the U.S. has cores on it. Speaking of that, did they never do the buying Alaska event, which gives them cores on that? I guess they didn't. They're not supposed to do that until later, anyway. Surprised to see Russia actually colonizing them. They usually don't outside of Central Asia. And the islands up here, of course. Alright. Shut up. Okay. Most of these events are ones that we've already had already. I'd like to see something happen in New Zealand to knock them out of England's sphere, so that I could take them over. One of the things I could do is when they actually accept my great power status, if I can get to it before. Yeah, they're taking over the stuff here. Sicilian Africa, that is awesome. What was I saying? Once these guys get their industry back, I probably will fall below them again. Okay, I was expecting something like this to happen. Not a big deal. Well, my guards are going to take quite a bit of a beating here, but there's not really much I can do. Aww. Boo. So who did this? It's almost always Sardinia, Piedmont, or Sicily that was doing it. I'm not sure who did it because I wasn't paying attention to that. But that's okay. This probably means that we're not going to be a great power for very long, because Italy is almost always a contender right away for that. So I need to do something. I have a truce with Siam until 71. Well, that's actually pretty close. In which case I could annex them. I have a truce with the Philippines. I don't have a truce with the Philippines, but it's 20 infamy to take them over. And I was at 31.5. And that is over the limit, to say the least. I guess I have to start talking to Russia. Now, where's my nearest naval base that's actually building? This is what? Marshall Island, Micronesia. I guess here. Yeah, I'm not gonna make it. There's no way I can get it. Well, Zamboanga doesn't count. So it's gotta be whatever naval base is going to be building here. That would be close. But I guess these other ones are close too, so whatever. Alright, Let's increase our relations with them past 0, and then start fabricating a claim on Abu Dhabi, just because I need something. And nobody cares about that stuff over there. At least right now. Italy declares war on Austria. Austria is now officially boned. France dishonored their alliance with Italy. Sure, we'll respect their beliefs. World Anti-Slavery Convention. I don't think slavery is legal. We're part of the British Empire, and I believe we keep their outlawed. The subject of women's suffrage has come to national focus at the Sydney Anti-Slavery Convention, held just the other day in Sydney, Australia, with several international delegates present. Some women. A motion was put before the convention that female delegates, while they should be heard before the chamber, should ultimately be denied the right to vote on any resolutions to be adopted by the convention. The seating arrangements alone have become an issue as men and women at the convention sit segregated. It is becoming ever more obvious that women in Australia and the entire Western world, and increasingly striving to partake in public discourse and debate. This blatant discrimination is silly to the point of being absurd. Get some more liberals. The blatant allowing of women to talk in public assemblies is silly to the point of the absurd. I guess is what it's supposed to say, but it's this gives militancy in all pops. So I'll take the 10% more liberal. I don't want, especially since I've got rebel factions. What are these? Nothing major. So that's okay. I should be trying to suppress this. That looked a little dangerous. See, I like these. I like those. Military access from Italy. Yeah, sure. It's like, let's be friends again. Okay. But somebody was pointing out that the Socialist Party having state capitalism doesn't make sense. I believe that is what it is for most European countries, which we are considered in the group of, in terms of our parties and stuff. Most of them have state capitalism. I assume it's British Boulevard. I don't know what that is. I assume that it's just supposed to be kind of an abstraction. In governmental form, not actually having anything to do. There we go. That's what we want right there. Universal voting. That will flip us from HM's government, I think. Eventually. Sometimes it takes a while. Slow regiment. I don't want to lose prestige. Get out of my face. Alright, let's get this. Oh, naval bases. I need to get some naval bases soon, too. I think we should instead do that. We need to get every navies. We need to be a maritime power. So these only count if they are accepted to primary cultures. Right, okay. So we don't get another thing out of that. So it's 75 now. My truce with them should be up soon. I actually picked on my own country there. June. Okay, so I have that 4. Let's go ahead and increase relations. Whoop. Yes! Woohoo! We're a great power! Nice. Valley of Kings. Let's give us prestige. Get infamy for this. Seize the means of production. No more will the foreign dogs grow fat off the sweat of our people. The time has come to seize all assets owned by outsiders to be cared for by the state. Hey. Did people build stuff in our country? I don't think it's not doing anything. Let's do that. Yeah. Sweet. I'll do this because we can get a... Yeah, Egypt grants an excavation permit. The government of Egypt has granted us exclusive right to excavate and investigate ancient ruins in the Valley of the Kings. The potential discoveries proved to be an enormous opportunity for us to increase our scientific renown in the world. So we get some prestige, relations with Egypt, and all that stuff. Nice. Okay, we can't do any of the canals. That's silly. I think somebody already built the Suez, yeah. The British did. So that's good, because the British are friendos. I think. Yeah. Why isn't it showing up? I don't know. I don't really care. So, we got a little bit of infamy for that. I think this should be enough that we can talk to them. This Papyrus about. Yep. Yeah, the Suez right there. Cement price dropped like a rock. We benefit from Austria's decline. So we're number 7. I guess they lost in Hungary, but was it a white piece? Because they didn't lose. They didn't lose anything. It doesn't really matter, though. This is some loss of prestige by some people. A lumber milling community? Okay. Nice. So France is going after Algeria. No concern of mine. Okay, so we want to establish a protectorate here. 128 days. So hope I don't get discovered right away. And if I can actually spend points to increase their relations. Forward! Extra, extra, grand strike in Sydney. Workers demand higher wages. A socialist newspaper named Forward has been published in Sydney. Reports about various strikes, current news, and socialist movements, politics both to home and abroad. They say there's no leftist bias in the media. Isn't Rupert Murdoch Australian? Yes, I like this. Yes, we want socialists, I think. Our socialist party is pretty good. With the exception of the anti-military, but that's actually kind of okay. Because it's not pacifism, at the very least. We're making oodles of money. Oh, nice. Okay. Alliance with Spain. Kind of unfortunate. Spain has some colonies over here, so if I could declare war on them, that would be nice. So Russia has this one island here. I can't imagine that Japan would like that. This is Bonin Islands. Japan doesn't have a core here. Does Japan not have a core in here? Come on, let me poke it. Yeah, they have a core here. I guess it doesn't work the way I thought it did. I thought the entire state's got cores. Once we get past a certain point in the war justification, I think we're okay, even if we get hit now. And if we don't get hit for very much, then we can go straight into Siam as well. Or Oman, for that matter. Oman's going to go to war with me, though, so I'll have a truce with them, so there's no point in doing that. It's a dye factory. Okay. 2 infamy? That's not bad. It's not bad at all. Okay, we're definitely going to get full infamy for this, though. So I have to wait, because this is going to be 10. can't do it right now. I was just going to show you that it was 10. And there's no point in doing anything there. Lines with Montenegro. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our mans together. Leave my red pops there, but I don't think there's really any point to doing that. And I think in the case here, if we can, we should just form Arabia and keep them as a puppet, if that isn't even a possibility. We may even want to puppet some of these states over here, because they're just to get them in our sphere, you know. I think I picked the fish thing. Why do I want fish? That's not something I want. Okay, and I can store my ships over here. Yeah, the British have a expand its war with what? I don't even have to go in there. Oh, something I didn't check. Yeah, nobody. Okay. Good. That would have been a disaster. Oh. Guess I can't go there. Oh, because it didn't declare war. Duh. Oh, they're in this too.